We're going to take a look at the Speedland SL PDX. In this first video, we're going to go hands-on and show you how adaptable this shoe, from its dual boa closure to its very easily removable carbon plate. So this shoe is $375. It releases in August. It has a Dyneema upper, super strong fibers, and a Michelin outsole. I'd like to give you a demonstration how the dual boa works here on our Speedland SL PDX. We have our Dyneema upper, which is non-stretch, but we have a tongue, which is a knit. So it's very easy. They're very easy to put on, very easy to take off. So we have a dual boa. So the back boa is tied in just to this strap here, but you can see underneath we have the black one. So the black one and the front one are tied together, so you can adjust over the top of the foot here and the front of the shoe completely independently. So let me show you how it works. So if you're familiar with boa, you push it in and then we twist the dial, and you can see our top strap is getting tightened, and then we do the same over here, and you can see now we're going to tighten the black back strap and the green. Now what's really cool with this implementation of boa is you can do micro adjustments. You don't have to pull it back out. So if we just turn clockwise, you can see we're loosening a little bit. So for example, if you wanted a kind of a looser fit on a climb, you can just very easily reach down, and then when you're ready to kind of dial it back down on the downhill, you can do that. You can do the same with the front. You can see we've loosened our straps a little bit, let's say if your feet are swelling. So this is a very adaptable system, super easy to adjust on the fly, super easy to take them on and off. Next I'm going to show you how the PDX midsole and the carbon plate are put together, and how that can be adapted as well. So our Speedland has a dynamically flexing Carbitex plate, and I'm going to show you what that looks like in a sec. But first, let me show you that this right shoe, that's where that plate belongs. It's very easy to take out. I'm going to show you how that works. So if you take the plate out, you get a somewhat more flexible shoe, which makes it a bit more agile. And you can see Speedland even tells us that you remove the plate for maximum flex and feel. Obviously more flexible. But I haven't found any issues really with the rock protection without the plate, because you do have that 4 millimeters of firmer, quite firm, very firm EVA below it, just above the outsole. So now I'm going to take the plate out of this shoe, and I'm going to show you how easy that is to do. Basically what you're going to do is remove the midsole. This is the PDX midsole. Just pull it out, and actually I'm still dialed down on the on our boas. Under what your foot sits on is the PDX midsole, and there's a little bit of fabric here. There's no sock liner. So underneath, if we go underneath, and I'll flip it around, we have our plate. And you see it attaches to this little kind of protrusion, and that fits into the hole, the green hole there. The green is actually the outsole. We have 4 millimeters of quite firm EVA below, and that provides some of the rock protection. There's plenty of rock protection even without the plate. So to remove the plate, all you have to do is twist and pull off. And then to return it, and it may be a bit awkward here because I'm behind the camera, you just slip it in and out like that. So what that means really also, as adaptable as the shoe is to fit, you can adapt the ride even during a run. So now let's take a look at this very interesting plate. Now I'm going to demonstrate the dynamic flex of the plate. So the Carbitex is facing, the wording is facing the ground. So what you have is a stiffer flex up as you toe down. And essentially, you load the spring, and then you have an easier release back. Um, that is definitely felt when you're on smoother terrain. You really can feel it kind of springing back in the propulsion. Most carbon plates are rigid. This one is flexible. They've been tested, they say, to millions of bends, and unlike traditional carbon, they also say that it is not prone to cracking when you flex. So we haven't seen any cracking yet, but this is a very special carbon plate. Now I'll show you how easy it is to put the midsole plate unit right back in the shoe. So we're going to take it, and you can see we just slip it in like that, and in we go. So, and believe me, it has not moved within the shoe when you're running, because your Michelin outsole, what you see here is actually the outsole. It wraps up. Everything is really well held. So you can do these changes really on the fly. Boom. You can take that plate out for part of a course if you needed a bit more agility, you wanted a bit more softness, and then we tighten, and away we go. I don't think it'd take you more than a minute to do a full changeover. You can see that the upper is not only stitched to the outsole essentially on the outside, but below you can see the lasting board is also stitched with the same Dyneema thread, it looks like, to the EVA layer. So this is really, Dyneema is a super strong material for its weight. It's 15 times stronger than steel. It has all kinds of other interesting properties, often used in sail making. And here it's used as thread, if you will, to hold the outsole EVA layer and upper together. And it's also used to stitch the outsole to the upper on the outside. And the Dyneema is also used as fiber in the upper itself for its incredible durability. While we're on the theme of adaptability and versatility, the 6 millimeter lugs here on this Michelin outsole can be trimmed to 3 millimeters. You'll save about 4/10 of an ounce. I think I'm going to leave them as is. This is a relatively soft outsole, and I think the lugs at 6 millimeters haven't been in the way, and I think it will add some more durability, more miles to what's a $375 shoe. So that's a brief overview of the technologies and how you can use them to adapt the shoe. Jeff Valeri and I have been testing in New Hampshire, in Colorado, Northern California, and Utah. So we're going to have our full written review real soon, as well as a video review of this shoe, which really incorporates in very novel ways all kinds of interesting adaptable technologies.